I was trying to avoid doing a video on this, but I am installing, and I purchased it from Speedway, the TCI leaf spring install kit for my 1937 Ford Slantback. The first thing I tell you to do is to drill out the rivets, or grind off the rivet heads, and then knock them out, but they're a little harder than that. So what I ended up doing was drilling them through and then using a cold chisel and pounding the rivet heads off, and then drilling this hole at the top is a little bit of a problem because the chassis is in the way. So I used a 12-inch 3/16" drill bit to pilot the hole, and then a 5/16 to drill the hole, even though in the instructions it says to use 3/8" drill bit for all of these bolts that are going through, but are only 5/16. Not sure why. The other thing I had to do was use a flat jawed wrench, like a pipe wrench, and bend the chassis up slightly so that these would sit straight. First noticed it on this side, and now I am attempting to drill these holes, which I can drill, but the chassis is double wall, so that's the problem and why I'm now making this video. Here's my straight jawed wrench that I was grabbing the chassis with to twist it slightly so the brackets would bolt on with my plastic cheetah bar. Alright, so what I did now is I drilled through the chassis on the inside, and there's definitely at least a 1/2 inch gap between this piece of frame rail and the outside one. And now that I got the bigger hole here, I can drill through, because there's no room on this side unless you use an angle drill to drill all the way through the 5/16. So I'm going to drill that one 5/16 and that one 5/16. And on this side, I'm going to make a bushing on my lathe, 1/2 inch OD, and I could one of two things: threaded on the inside so it's a big nut and it would tighten up against the chassis, or what I'll probably just do is put the spacer in and then put a washer on top of that and then tighten it all down that way, because it's gonna sandwich in anyway. So now I'm going to drill those through 5/16. And thanks to TCI for including these holes, so it makes it easier to put them on. So I can drill straight through there. And I made the first bushing. Well, I didn't make it yet, but I got a 1/2 inch bolt and I drilled it out 5/16. And I stuck it in here, and then I marked how long the bushing is going to be. I put my magic marker on there and spun around a circle. And so the bolts for the bottom are going to have to be like, I don't know, 1.5 inches long to compensate, because there's no way you can just crush your frame together unless the frame's different on a different year model, but this is a 37, so